Travis Scott makes his first public appearance since the tragic events of his Astroworld festival in an interview with Charlemagne Tha God. Yeah, guys, welcome back to my Taylor Talks channel. Make sure that you guys click that subscribe button. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers by New Year's, and I know that we can make it. So today I want to talk about Travis Scott. Travis Scott told radio and talk show host Charlemagne Tha God that he's been on an quote-unquote emotional roller coaster since 10 people died and many more were injured at his Astroworld festival. The rapper, who has denied legal liability, sat down with Charlemagne for an almost hour-long interview that was posted on YouTube today. It was Scott's first extensive interview since the tragedy, and he started out saying how hard it's been because he felt so connected to his fans. And I quote, "It really hurts. It hurts the community, it hurts the city, Houston, and it's a lot of feelings, a lot of grieving." Now, Travis Scott denied initially knowing that people have died and people were hurting, saying he didn't know the exact details until minutes before the press conference. He said, and I quote, "People pass out, things happen at concerts, but something like that," and then he stopped. According to Travis Scott, his visibility from the stage where he was performing was limited, but what he did see, he acted upon. And he said, and I quote, "Anytime I could see anything like that, I did. I stopped it a couple times just to make sure everybody was okay." He also addressed the raging culture his concerts have been known for, and that some have blamed for the deaths and injuries. Travis Scott said, "Raging is all about letting go and having fun. As artists, you should trust professionals for when things happen that people can leave safely. And this night was just like a regular show. It felt like to me as far as the energy. People didn't show up there just to be harmful. People just showed up to have a good time, and something unfortunate happened, and we just need to figure out what that was." Now, more than 140 lawsuits have been filed since the Astroworld tragedy at him and also Drake. Now, we all know that 10 people were left dead while hundreds of others suffered injuries after a crowd surge during his concert at the festival in Houston last month. Now, sitting down with Charlemagne Tha God, he was asked if he felt like people were forcing responsibility onto him as the face of the festival, a sentiment the 30-year-old disagreed with. And he said, "Well, yeah, I'm the face of the festival. I'm an artist. So yeah, the media they want to put it on me." Now, Scott redirected the interview to make sure that he was focusing on how this tragedy would never happen again. He said, and I quote, "I think it's more so about stepping up to figure out what the problem is, and I can take that. I can take stepping up to figure out what the problem is. I can take stepping into figuring out what the solution is so that it never happens again, because that's what I genuinely want to do in general." He also added, "I definitely want to step into this and figure out how we can fix this in the future. What can we do to change these things?" And asked how much responsibility he feels for what happened, Scott echoed a similar sentiment, reiterating that his focus was on figuring out how to solve the solution. He said, and I quote, "Fans come to the show to have a good experience, and I have a responsibility to figure out what happened here. I have a responsibility to figure out the solution. Hopefully this takes a first step into us as artists having more insight of what's going on and the professionals to surround and figure out more of an intel, whether it's tech, whether it's more of a response, whether it's whatever the problem is, to figure out that. And then in the future and moving forward in concert safety, make sure this never happens again." Travis Scott did make sure to double down on his stance that he did everything he could to help with the information he had while on stage. Now, he did write a statement on Instagram after he found out about the deaths. He said, and I quote, "I'm absolutely devastated by what took place last night. My prayers go out to the families and all those impacted by what happened at Astroworld Festival." He said, "My fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. Anytime I can make out anything that's going on, I stop the show and help them get the help they need. I would just never imagine the severity of the situation." In the interview, he also said, and I quote, "I was just in the headspace of trying to get a communication out to my fans. I had literally no information. I was just trying to figure it out and just communicate to them. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to get something out. How my message came out, I can't I can only go off of what I know, but my true intentions of it was really just trying to get a message across, and I really wanted to just get in touch with my fans, get in touch with the families that were here, were grieving, and that will all get through this process. Asked how he would actually help families of the loved ones who died, Travis Scott said he would always be there to help. I'd say to them that I'm always here and that I'm in this with you guys and I love you. I always be there to help you guys heal through this. I understand what they're going through. They're grieving right now. They're finding understanding right now. It's not just right now, it's a forever thing. And when asked about how Travis Scott felt about how majority of the families have declined him paying for funeral costs, he said that's understandable. All things are understandable, and at a time they're grieving. They're trying to find understanding and they want answers. It's not about that. I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to want to help. I just wanted to make sure that they knew that I was there for them and continue to be there for them forever. Travis Scott has denied legal liability for the tragedy in court documents, responding to the multiple lawsuits against him, which amount to an estimated $3 billion. On December 6th, Travis Scott's attorneys requested that he be dismissed from 11 lawsuits filed against him. According to court documents obtained by various media outlets, Scott and his company generally deny the allegations made in the suits and respectfully request that the claims against these defendants be dismissed with prejudice. Whether or not the courts will accept Travis Scott's lawyers' wishes to dismiss all of the indictments, that is not said yet. News has not come out about that. But what do you guys think about this? Comment below your thoughts. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe because we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers by New Year's. And as always, guys, stay safe and see you guys next time. Bye.